guys, this video is going to be a bit different than my other videos. I know a lot of people have hard time stomaching the things that they hear in these videos because, it's quite horrible what a lot of people say about white people. But I'm going to play this clip right here, just to show what white people have to deal with, what we hear from other races about our race, and it's horrible. So I did try to bleep out the curse words in this video as much as I could. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it.
Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? It is okay to be white.
No, that's not okay. It's terrible to be white.
No.
No.
Y'all got too much. Yeah, y'all got
Who
too much
wanna
to
be white. That's awful.
No.
Okay, so why is that? Why is it not okay to be white?
Y'all have the race as a people. Y'all have done too much. I would rather
people?
Yeah, as a whole.
And it's a group of people.
Too much good or too much bad?
Too much bad.
The majority is not.
Is like bottom of the barrel, really.
Really?
Yeah.
What should white people do about that?
There's not
Like,
much
what
y'all can do, but just gotta deal with it.
What should I do about that, do you think?
Try not to be white.
You're right.
Just, that's all you can do at this point.
No.
Is it okay to be Asian?
Nah, you don't want to be them either. Mm-mm. Nah.
How about black?
Definitely that. That's it. It's all you could be. It's the coolest thing to be. I mean, you really, after that, you talking bottom of the barrel, really. Asian, that's probably worse than being white, ain't it?
A lot of people that we would speak to today would call what you're saying racist.
Yeah, I am racist.
Are you serious? Or
100%.
So you just don't like white people as a whole?
No.
Black people would die without white people. And quite frankly, they're our only allies that we have in this world. Africans sure as hell don't like us. And quite frankly, they're the ones that sold us into slavery. And if you really think about it, we don't produce anything, we don't own anything, and we damn sure do not know how to live off the land. And with all the dysfunction that is coming out of our communities, I don't think people will want to help us. We as a community need to change our worldview, and we have to be accountable for the things that is happening within our community and actually come together and do something about it. This toxic relationship that we have with white people and this built up anger that we have against them, it needs to come to an end.
Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of let this video roll. I might put my input on it here and there, but I'm going to let them have the stage because they say it all. They really do.
Black people, you're not that important. I don't know who told you you were that important, that white man just sitting there coming up with things. I just got to find a way to sabotage this black man today. They're not really thinking about you like that. They just want to be able to walk by you and not clutch their purse. They don't want to walk by you and just got to make sure their car is locked so you don't go in there trying to take something. They just want to be able to go to a concert, watch the show without worrying about one of you having to fight the other one or shoot the other one or, cause a scene. And we're sick and tired of your oppression. You're not oppressed. How are you oppressed with a college degree? Gucci tracksuit. You got a damn BMW, but you're oppressed. I'm not impressed with how many times you've been to jail. I'm not impressed with how many times you cheat on your wife. I'm not impressed with how many times you go to a damn party and want to start a fight. You don't want to get a better career. You don't want to make more money. You're ashamed to have a job. You're proud of being lazy. You're proud of staying at home. You're proud of your video games. You're wearing all the latest designer but can't pay your rent. Anybody can mess up their life. That's easy. What's hard is building something that's respectable. Truth is, y'all brag about things that just scream insecurity. Anybody can sleep around. Anybody can waste money. Anybody can fight. But when it comes to paying bills and raising your kids, that's where you fold. That's hard for you to do. You can't make this up.
Listen the fuck up, white people. Every other race is more racist than you.
Oh, we know.
Listen, you don't believe me? Ask a black person what they think about a Chinese guy. Ask a Jew what they think about black people. Ask an Indian what they think about Mexicans. I promise you what comes out of their mouth is gonna shock you. Like, for example.
Yeah, and they say it shamelessly too. They know that they're not going to get canceled. They're not going to get taken off of, the internet. They're allowed to say whatever they want because they're not white.
Here's what
Black people might be the most racist race out there. Now hear me out. It's to the point where black people are so brainwashed, they think it's impossible for them to be racist. You always hear black people talking about white people be like, "What's up, white boy? Check up, white boy. Oh, you can't do that, white boy." But if somebody white were to say, "What's up, black boy?" it would be interpreted it's totally different. It would be like the world's about to end. Like they're spoon-fed sympathy for experiences they never experienced in life. They never went through slavery personally. Two wrongs don't make a right, bro. And you're gonna treat white people a certain way just because of how their ancestors treated your ancestors. You're falling into a loophole of bullshit, and it's never gonna get better. These are just my opinions. Let me know what y'all think down below.
Yeah, and a lot of the white people that live in America today do not have ancestors that ever did anything wrong to their black ancestors.
Listen, I don't care if the black community want to call me scared, soft, white boy, or call me Uncle Tom. I don't give a f. I never feel safe around a bunch of YNs, a bunch of hood rats, ghetto people, ratchet. And it's just so funny because as a black person, when you don't associate with any of that,
I did not put that sound in the background. That was him.
and you dislike that, like, I guess apparently the less black you are. Something I really can't stand about my culture is the fact that blackness is just associated with being from the hood, or you have to be okay or content with being around a bunch of YNs. And I would never feel safe around a bunch of hood, ghetto, ratchet people. I just never feel safe. I never feel comfortable around them ever. Loud as hell, ghetto as hell, ratchet as hell, rude as hell, disrespectful as hell, have no respect for anybody, don't even have respect for the public. Like, I don't like being around that. I am fine with being in my predominantly white area. Listen, I might have to worry about a couple crazy rednecks here and there, stuff like that, but most of the time I'm good. I am perfectly safe. I don't have to look over my shoulder as much. Fear of a racist white person, I don't even have to worry about that. I know some of y'all might say, oh, because you're light skinned, so obviously you're gonna get the better treatment. Okay, yeah, although I'm light skinned.
No, I mean, he's black. To white people, he's black. That doesn't make any difference.
At the end of the day, when a white person looks at me, they see a black guy. I'm not gonna lie, I have been told by a lot of people, like even white people, that like I seem mixed or whatever. Like a lot of them would think I'm mixed. Cause I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I could be. But at the end of the day, I am a dreadhead dude. I am a black dreadhead dude walking around. And you know, how I conduct and carry myself can also be a factor as well, because I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't conduct myself like I'm not gonna say a black person. I'm not gonna say a typical, you know, black guy, whatever, but I'm gonna just say a nigga. I don't carry myself like a nigga. I carry myself like a black man.
If my daddy was born in the 30s and he didn't have a job because he was being discriminated against, and he had a son and he didn't have a job because he was being discriminated against, and then a long line of motherfuckers who was being discriminated against in his white supremacist system, of course, it's gonna make a poor ass black person in the future. If none of his people had shit. That's what these people do. They try to play mind games. We know y'all strategically did this shit. We know this shit was planned.
Listen to the music in the background too, all sad.
The reason I stopped complaining about white people was really one of two reasons. The first reason was, well, I noticed I was wasting my life on shit that didn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed that I was actually able to do shit, you know, white people can do, you know?
Yep.
I feel like I'm doing my ancestors an injustice by complaining about some shit they fought to have, if that makes sense. Like, okay, look, imagine my great-great-grandma who was born into slavery, great 1920, that wasn't slavery, great. My third great grandma, who was born into slavery. Now imagine her coming back, and I'm out here with the same mentality she had back in 1920. Now I'm not a fortune teller, but I'm pretty sure she would smack the out of me. Cause I feel like I am actually living the life that she would have wanted to live if she were alive today. Like, I can actually go outside and not get hosed down by some water. It's literally the best time to be alive, and we out here complaining about it.
You know, I really wish that there were a lot more of these videos than there are the other videos of the, you know, the crybabies and the victims. But I've been collecting this set of videos for a couple months now. That's how long it's taken to get all of these videos. It's very rare. It really is that you see black people talking like this.
Yo, it's something about our people, man. Like, sometimes as a black man, right, you come across other black people that make you say, I get why other races of people talk about us. right? Because they done experienced or witnessed something that we don't get to see on a day-to-day basis, right? In some way, shape, or form. Now, up until recently, I can honestly say that I've never really encountered no real shit, right? So the other day I was on the bus, right? Now in Chicago, you know, if you don't have money to ride the bus, they'll let you on, right? But this real big fat girl, she was fat, she was a black lady, black girl, had to be in her late 20s, early 30s. I don't know, but she was just real big, fat, sloppy girl, right? She had 5 boxes of the little $5 box chicken from Church's or Popeye, one of those places.
5 of them.
Right. So she get on the bus. Now the bus fare is $2.50. She get on the bus with the 5 boxes, right? She got 1 box open. She got the other 4 boxes in the bag. She eating a piece of chicken, right? So she say, "Can I get a ride?" Bus driver tell her, "Yeah, right, whatever." So I'm sitting in the front. So he asked her, clear as day, if she could not eat like that on the bus, right? Buses be having, roaches and shit on them, be nasty because people tend to want to leave trash and shit all over the buses. Granted, because we sit in the trash, right? So she getting ready to get off the bus. I'm sitting in the front. She dumped all the pieces of chicken in 1 box and just threw the rest of the boxes just like, ugh. I'm talking about like boldly just threw the boxes. People on the bus, we watching it, right? She get her big ass up, right? And I don't even know if TikTok will let me post this because of the way I'm talking. I don't give a shit. As she get off the bus, I hear the bus driver ask her, "Yo, can you please pick up your trash? Let me off this bus." Now, when shit like that happen, you get a particular group of people to formulate opinions about all our people, right? And that's not necessarily the case, but it does happen in most cases, right? Now, that's just one particular instance, right? But the type of shit that I see on a day-to-day basis, my commutes never let me down. It's like, and then the crazy part about it, it be the people who don't even pay no fare that do the most. Like, yo, like everybody in there tapping, putting on. I ain't seen the only black people that put money on the bus is them seniors because they got that card. Don't nobody else put. I see the Mexicans pay, white people pay. I ain't seen a black person pay a fare yet. It's pathetic. It's like, you want to have some sort of dignity or self-respect about. They do it shamelessly. Shamelessly. And I got to be looked at as a piece of shit because of pieces of shit like y'all that don't want to do right, don't want to do what you're supposed to do. And I think that's so fucked up. Like, man,
and it's crazy he has to worry about posting this because he knows, just like we know, when you say these kinds of things, it's frowned upon. That, black people can't call out their own communities without having to worry about being canceled.
Don't want to raise their kids. These kids is out here disrespectful and crazy. I saw a bus driver about a week or so ago. I saw this motherfucker let a whole bunch of kids on the bus, like 7, 8 kids. They get on the bus one by one. Some of them didn't even ask. They just got on the bus. Whatever. Being disrespectful, loud, cussing, doing all this bullshit. Tell me how come I'm getting ready to get off the bus. One of the kids had pulled what's the name, but missed the stop. But to me, it was like they pulled it too late. So if you got to pull the little thing before you get to your stop, or motherfucker don't think you going to the next. So then the little kids start being all crazy, cussing. Damn, yo, goofy ass. We buzzed it for this stop, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like ain't no fucking way these kids is talking to a grown lady like that. Like that's great. Like, and then for her, I commend her for keeping her composure like that, because I would have lost my.
Well, a lot of black people have been told that they're victims and they think that they are owed something from society. They walk around going, well, you know, my ancestors are victims, so everybody has to treat me with respect. Everybody owes me something.
I wanted to lose my for like, get y'all little bum asses off the bus. Y'all dirty little disrespectful asses. Y'all ain't have no money to pay. Like, yo, these motherfucking kids, man, our youth, man. I mean, man. This the next generation of people that's gonna come after us. We are.
This low-key may be a hot take, but I feel like one of the reasons the black community is held back from a lot of things is because of our own people. Our community blames every problem, every situation, everything on racism and slavery. Mind you, we never went through slavery. I'm not saying people have not gone through racism. I have gone through racism, but I didn't let that stop me from like continuing life. It didn't stop me from me wanting to own my own business. That didn't stop me from getting this house. You know what I'm saying? So you just keep moving.
Yeah, because there is no systemic racism. There is no white privilege. There's racist people, and there's people that are going to say mean things to you. I've had racist things said to me. That doesn't mean that the system itself is oppressing anyone.
I didn't get the job because they're racist. I didn't get the job because there's only white people there. I didn't get the job because that's not it. Mind you, we've had DEI in place, and so there's a lot of people of color that have jobs.
Yeah, and right there it says the media also is a part of the problem when it's not necessarily the case. That is true.
Because of DEI, who honestly probably shouldn't necessarily have the job. We blame everything.
See, but Charlie Kirk said that, and they called him a racist. They call him a white supremacist, when he just pointed out the fact that it was a racist system. It discriminated against white people, and black people got jobs that were not qualified. They weren't qualified for those jobs.
On these things, and it's holding us back. If that was the issue, racism and slavery, then why do we have black millionaires and billionaires? How did they get there and you're not there? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
If all y'all was kings and queens, and then somebody came along and enslaved you or subjected you to them, were you really kings and queens? I mean, if you're so smart and you're inventing everything, but you're the people who are the most poor and never get any credit for all the things you're inventing, just how smart are you? If you're the ones who were subjected to this horrible treatment and victimized by these terrible oppressors who did all these horrible things to you, and you never rose up and fought back, isn't that like you just condoned it by acceptance? If every other nation on the planet was willing to die mother, father, and child to keep themselves from being in chains like them Nam people were, what does that say about those who accepted their chains and celebrated it now as part of their great history? Yeah, you under a deep spell. Drink that water. Be well.
As a black person, if I see too many black people in one spot that's not a church, I'm leaving the area. Because I know how y'all get, bro. Something's gonna pop off to shut down the whole function. Can't even have fun where I'm at. I gotta stay on 10 toes, be alert.
Yeah, and then you get beat up because you don't want to be around them. You get forced into having to be around them. You know, a lot of these black people don't want to be in these situations, but they have to be. They have to be. Or it's, you know, you don't want to be one of us, you're gonna be one of us.
I'm not sure if you noticed this, but we are currently entering an era where the so-called white American does not care about your feelings. Mm-hmm. Yes. As a black American, many white Americans do not care about your feelings. Right now, it's your feelings. I don't care if you call me a racist.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's the attitude with many white Americans in today's world. And guess what? Call me crazy. Call me crazy. But I'm happy that this is happening.
They've pushed us. They've pushed us to it and called us racist so much. Yeah, we're getting sick of it. We are. He's totally right about that.
I am. See, because for decades, And I mean decades. The white American has to walk on eggshells of trying not to offend the so-called black American by making them feel like they're less than. See, whatever the white American does or say, they are easily labeled a racist, and it ruins their livelihood because they're scared to offend the black American. At least that was a point in time. Today, complete opposite. Your feelings. I don't care anymore. Have you seen the amount of so-called blackface content released this year? A bunch of them. That's basically them saying your feelings. And you know what's even crazier? Many white Americans are not even racist. That's the whole point. They're not even racist. They're not even terrible people. Of course, some of them are, but everyone's racist. But my point is, many of them are not even racist, but they can easily be labeled one by doing something or saying something. They can easily be labeled a racist. And they know this. I know this. But like I said, we're now entering an era where they just do not care anymore. And it's beautiful. It is dope. I'm happy more of them are becoming vocal, and they're deciding to stop walking on eggshells of trying not to offend the so-called black American. Right now, it is your feelings, and I'm happy it's happening.
He's totally right. We're tired of being kicked around. We're tired of, being told that we owe someone something for something that we had absolutely nothing to do with, and neither did they. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. I'd really like to know what you guys have to say about this. I feel like they all had wonderful points. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Rumble, Twitch, and X. Those handles are up in my channel bio. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.